Hi everyone, it's Sue, and what I'm going to do today, I've kind of been making things with recycled cardboard, and I just came across this Robert Timms box, and I just started to cut it all up into pieces because originally I'm thinking I'll make tags. But then as I was cutting it up, and I sort of realised that it sort of made a little folded booky thing, and I thought, hey, hang on a minute, I could make a little book, sort of notebooky thing with this. And I think because it's got the different levels or layers here with the different sizes, I think that would look quite interesting. So I thought, you know what, I should do it. So they're the scraps, and all I did was I basically cut up, let's see if we can put it back together. There's the sides, obviously, of the box. I think those are the sides. And this was the top, I think. I don't know how it went now. I think this actually overlaps somehow. I'm not sure. But if you have any similar boxes, you could do it yourself. I mean, look, you could do that out of a cornflake box or a cereal box and just divide it up and just cut the sizes you want. Now, it's pretty uneven, so I'm actually going to even that up before I start. But I've grabbed out a few coloured bits of sort of paper, something a bit different from the vintage. This one I've actually had in my stash for quite some time. It's Colour Me Silly by Basic Grey, I think is the company. And same with this one. This is just one of those very thin papers. This one, these two came out of this book, which is a Vicky Bouton one, which was, I think I got for Christmas. So I'm sort of going with a really bright colour palette. I don't normally use bright colours, so I thought, why not? Now I'm going to just straighten up these edges a little bit. I need a straight one to start with, so we'll just let me have a look which looks like the straightest. Actually, if I use that as a guide, because you would assume, okay, that's straight there. So okay, that one there is straight. Alright, so that's where these grid mats are really useful. You can sort of use them to help you guide, you know, your lines and things. Now this one here, okay, is not very straight. How can I fix that? I can fix this a little bit. Oops, well I could, except it's just ripped. Let me have a look. How can I fix that? Might be able to hide that when I cover it with paper, so I'm not too fussed about that bit. This looks fairly straight there. Yep, I think it's this side here that's not straight. I think that's where the problem is. Yeah, let's get here. And this edge here is definitely not straight. Yep. Alright, so what I thought I'd do is just cover it to start with. Before I do though, I'm going to have to sand that down. This is always very messy. I've got a sanding block, and I've actually got, it's a very fine, it's like, it says sand net, grit 400, so it's a very fine sort of sandpaper. The idea is it's supposed to be, I'll just take those out, and I might have to just use the other part of it there. Very shiny, this particular box, so really do need to sand it down a little bit. Maybe I'm using the wrong way. Maybe that's what I'm doing. Silly me, that's what the problem is. Knew there was something wrong because I've been using it. Okay, let's just put the pins back in. Just a quick sand, just to roughen it up so the glue sticks a little better. Alright, now give it a wipe. Be surprised how much colour or paper comes off with that. Okay. Alright, now I think what I'll simply do is glue it down and trace it and cut it out, because I want the whole front to be in that, and then I'm thinking the inside in a different colour. Now I'm going to use my art glitter glue. Most of it. And now I'm just going to basically cut it out. Okay, so far. I like that. Alright. Alright, now the inside. The other thing too is when you're doing something like this, you've got to be aware that try not to use too lots of thick paper, because then it would make it almost impossible to close. I guess ideally you would have a small spine on either side, but I'm not too fussed because I'm not going to put a lot inside anyway. Alright, now I'm going to repeat the process with this colour. Oh, being too impatient. I should let it dry before I start to do that, I think. I should have smudged the art glitter glue a little bit too. You can see it through the paper, because the paper is so thin. This is actually really thin paper, this one. Okay, now that's a little annoying, so I'll have to figure out some way of hiding that, but I might let that just dry for a few moments. Okay, so let me see. What I was thinking is using this to make some sort of pages. Now, I'm not sure if I'm thinking a booklet as such, or maybe like a flip-up notebook. Needs a bit of glue in there. Let me see. Having a look to see which papers, because if it's going to be used to be written on, you need paper that's you can actually write on. Unfortunately, a lot of this is quite dark, so it may not be the most suitable one to use. Okay, that's got me thinking. Alright, I might come back in a moment when that's dry. Alright, what I decided was, I'm not going to use the coloured paper in here, because to me, if you can't write on it and read it, it's kind of pointless. So what I've decided to do, I've got some white photocopy paper here, and it's 120 GSM, so it's a little bit thicker. It's actually a good quality paper. It's got a little bit of a gloss finish, but I thought it was a little bit better than just your plain old 80 GSM photocopy paper. So what I thought I'd do, I put it in here as like a flip up notebook. I think that would work better. Just because of the way it's designed. So I'm thinking from here. So I need, let me have a look, how big do I need it? 10 centimetres? 10 centimetres across. So actually, how wide is this paper? Okay, might actually just fold that in half. That would probably be wide enough. Yep, actually pretty good. Yep. And then if I fold that in half again, which I might have to cut it first. Oh my goodness, I'm running out of space. My area is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Now I'm thinking if I fold that in half again, I think that would be fine actually. Oh no, needs a little bit cut off it. Okay, never mind, that's all good. No good if it doesn't close properly. Yes, yes. Okay, so that will be good. Thinking I might add one more lot, so that will be 2 pages. Okay. Just put that inside. Alright. Okay, now I might just trim the bottom just so it's nice and even, but that's how it's going to sit. Now, let me think, how am I going to get it to sit in there? Might actually try some sort of a threading or sewing it in. Yep, I'm going to give it a go. Alright, now let me see, I need some scrap paper because I need to work out what I'm doing. Okay, so 5 is the halfway point, 8 and 2. Okay, so so that's the halfway point. Just going to bring it a little bit down, so there, there and there. Okay, now I need my crocodile or my big bite. Okay, now what I'm thinking is a small hole. If I can figure out which is the, there we go. Hang on, we need to, yep, that's it there. Okay, so I'm going to try to get it right in that spot. Okay, hopefully that's nice and even. Alright, I'm going to do exactly the same here. Alright, so what I'm thinking is if I get some thread and sew that together like so. Hopefully that will work. Alright, so I'm going to go and get some thread. Actually, I'll do the washi tape first. Now I do have this selection of washi tapes that I got for Christmas, I believe. And I think these are the other 2 that go in here. And these are sort of the bright ones that I don't use a lot. So I'm thinking, what can I use out of this? That one. That one. That one. That one or that one. It's not bad either. Maybe, no. I think that's about it. Alright, let's just move those out of the way. Now I need a wide one here just to hide that bit. So if I can find the end. Now I'm going to put some glue because it doesn't strike me as very sticky. Okay, I might use this one on the other side. Okay, now I'm actually thinking I'll pop some along here too. Okay, alright. I'm actually thinking I think I might do some around the top and the bottom, but this one's too fine. So I'm thinking maybe, no. No, maybe I'll stick to the ones that I'm using. Just to sort of hide that, although I could do that with a black texture actually. Let's just have a look. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just go yep, I think that looks alright. Oops, oh dear. Yeah, I think that looks alright. Now I'll just mark to it on the inside. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Now I'll have to hide that as well. Am I the only one that does silly things like that? Seriously. I think one of the skills of a crafter is to actually hide when you do little things like that or you make a mistake. Also, I think part of the problem with this is that the cardboard is very thick. I think that's making it a little bit more difficult with the folding too. Okay, now, right, what am I thinking with that? I've got to work out some way of closing it actually. So, no, I like it that way. I think I can just put some washi tape down there. That's not a big issue. Okay, that's not too bad. And now, of course, I have to put some on the other side to match it. All right, now, okay, speed this up a little bit. I'll be back with some thread. All right, what I've got is I've got a needle and I've got some baker's twine, and I've also got a little bit of washi that's annoying me. There we go, okay. Alright, now the challenge of course is to get it through the needle. This is called cheating. I'm going to glue it together. Okay. Alright. Now let me think how I'm going to do this. This might take a couple of minutes thinking. So if I bring that one up, that one down, nope, the other way. Down through there, up through there, down through there. Now let's just better. So it's like a pamphlet stitch basically, and up through there again, through the middle, and alright, so I've done it like a pamphlet stitch. And basically I've just made sure I come up either side of that centre string. That's probably way too long on this side, but that doesn't matter. And I'm just going to simply knot it. There we go. So that's that part. Now my other thing is also just something here that closes it. I know, I'm going to put a hole here and a hole here. And now I'm not sure if this is going to, work. Oh, well, it isn't going to work if it pulls through. What I'm trying to think of is a way of doing it so that the string so that you can tie it with these two bits of string. Yeah, like that. Okay, so you open that and basically the string across that back could glue that down, I guess, but I don't think it really matters because then you can pull it. So I think that works actually. Alright, so what I did, I had two holes and I threaded the thread through there, across under there and through there, so that when you close it you can just tie it up. Done. There we go. Need something on the front. So what did I do with that paper pack? There were some bits and pieces in there that maybe could have been used. Okay, I like that, making stuff happen. Just to give it a little bit more something. So I'm thinking, yeah, quite like that actually. Alright, what I'm thinking is this is sort of, I don't know, a bit more suitable for someone who's into bright colours, maybe someone a bit younger. I'm actually thinking my daughter might like this. She might be getting it as a present. She's not into any of the vintage stuff that I do, so yeah, I might give it this. Okay, so that's my little notebook, I guess, done from recycled cardboard. Yeah, okay, I think I'm done. Thank you very much for watching. I will put a couple of pictures in the end of the video as well. Alright, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye.